CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 62 of Dual Destinies. Last time, we learned from PONCO how the Space Center's launch pads work, and then we talked to Fulbright, who told us about Blackwell's past involving a mysterious phantom, and how the whole bombing incident at the Space Center was basically some terrorist threat. So, without further ado, let's go.
Hello.
Uh-oh. Don't tell me the witness is a robot. Hello, come over here.
Hello. Are you sightseeing? Are you lost? Are you... I am Clonco. Shall I guide you? Guide you?
I don't know why, but this robot is kind of freaking me out. Hey, you're not supposed to be wandering around. Again? I've had it with you, hunk of junk.
Go! I'm outside. Am I wandering? When did that happen?
Okay, welcome back, hunk of junk. You don't know how close you came. If you didn't snap out of it, I was gonna put you on the curb on trash day. Believe it or not, Athena, that is what Aura said when I was born and brought home from the hospital. Nothing works better than a 42.5 degree karate chop. It fixes all kinds of issues. Malfunctioning robots, computers that are acting up, little brothers who won't shut up about One Piece stubs. That's pretty specific. Excuse me, but are you the one who witnessed the murder? Oh, and I'm Phoenix Wright, the lead attorney for this case. How you do? Big shot lawyer, huh? I'm Aura Blackwell. I'm a researcher developing robots here at the Cosmos Space Center.
Blackwell? Could she be...
And this good-for-nothing robot is named Hunk of Junk.
My name isn't Hunk of Junk. My name is Clonco. That's me and Miss Aura.
Quit complaining! Your model number is PONCO 2.
But Miss Aura, everyone calls me Clonco.
Quit your squawking already.
No, what are you doing? No, don't.
There, I bet you won't be talking back now.
I will obey completely.
Yikes, I'd better watch what wires I crossed with this one. Can you tell me anything about this piece of evidence? Even if I could, I wouldn't tell a filthy lawyer like you. What a pleasant response. Your last name. Your last name is Blackwell. Do you have a relative in the legal profession?
You are correct. Simon Blackwell, who used to be a prosecutor, is...
Shut up! Only speak when I order you to speak. Simon is my little brother. You know him?
Yes, we met him in court a few times. Right, Athena?
In that case, I am so sorry. There she is, Mr. Wright! There's my childhood bully! Punch him, Mr. Wright! Take it down! Avenge us all! You don't know what she's done to me, Mr. Wright! She would slap my juice box out of my hand, she would throw wads of paper at me when my mom wasn't looking, she even spread a rumor around the Space Center about how I had the clap! Well, what can I say? Is it such a crime for me to imagine that an attention whore like you would be an actual whore? I was 11 years old! What a dull creature. Has her switch been turned off?
Athena being shy. This is new.
Oh yeah, I heard he was prosecuted again, despite being a prisoner. Why doesn't he just stick to solving disputes among inmates in prison, right? Hey, what do you think, hunk of junk?
Miss Aura, that hurts.
I'm asking you a question. Why don't you answer me, useless hunk of junk?
But Miss Aura, you told me to only speak when you order me to speak.
I told you to never talk back to me. You're worth more than a scrap.
Robot abuse, hawk attacks, Blackwell family life must sure be interesting.
Well, do you have any other questions? Wait, of course you do. You're a lawyer. It's not like I'm on Simon's side or anything. I just want to get this over with. That's actually what I said when he got into a really heated internet argument. Let's just say they resulted in our house getting doxxed, us having to move across town, and a nerd throwing a brick with a note attached to it saying, "Doves need love." So, you're the person who witnessed the incident. That's right. I was on the 4th floor of the main building in the robotics lab. The explosion disabled the elevators, so I lowered my emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to. But it was such a pain. Why couldn't they have used the ladders in the other rooms?
It must have been a very troubling experience. Probably best to just humor her here.
Then, as I passed by the 3rd floor boarding lounge one window, on my way down, I saw the crime as it happened. And that's about it.
So you saw the crime as it happened, and that's about it. I see. Wait, what? You saw it being committed? This is no time to just nod and repeat. So you saw into the 3rd floor lounge. The very scene of the crime.
That's right. There's a small window on the right-hand side of the room. I looked through that from the outside. The room was pitch black, but I saw a shady figure holding a lighter in their left hand and a knife in their right.
That must have been the culprit. Did you see who the person was?
Of course not. The power was out on that floor then, and there was only that tiny window.
I see, but you did witness the moment of the murder.
Yes, I saw the figure with the lighter raise their knife and... It happened at precisely 10 a.m.
Did you witness anything else? Did the killer have any distinguishing features?
I already told you it was pitch black in there, although I did notice that the lighter the person had in their left hand had a pretty ornament on it. It looked like a planet. It was blue, like a little Earth emblem. They had a good taste in knickknacks anyways.
An Earth emblem on a lighter. I'd better remember that. Thank you for your statement. We'll definitely prove Mr. Starbuck's innocence with it.
Yeah, right. I won't hold my breath.
Pardon me?
Oh, did I hurt your feelings? Sorry. I just detest lawyers, that's all.
What don't you like about lawyers?
It's just an instinctual dislike. But don't feel bad. I hate prosecutors even more, especially considering the fact that they allowed my little brother to become one. Mr. Subs beats Dubs. The guy who one time got into a fistfight at a convention because someone dared to have the audacity to say that they actually liked the One Piece dub with the rap intro.
That didn't make me feel any better, actually. Why do you hate lawyers so much?
Little thing from my past. The whole legal system is meaningless in the first place.
I certainly don't agree.
I mean, people aren't perfect. They lie. They're influenced by silly emotions. You can't expect such from imperfect creatures to uphold a reasonable system of law. I like robots much better. Even sad sacks like this one. Hey you, look alive there!
Gah! Yes, here I go. I am the ultimate robot with amazing processing cavalry evacuation repeat. We roll through the world and now it's time to roll the airline.
Alright, that's enough out of you. You're getting a little too carried away.
Gah! What was I doing?
Yep, I like robots much better. At least you can make them any way you want them. Unlike humans with their petty emotions and constant worries. How can you say such things? Feeling emotions, worrying about the things we care about, that's what makes us human! Well, the girl finally talks and she starts with a speech. That's what makes us human. You mean getting angry and snoring like that? Rational thought. That's what separates humans from animals. Unfortunately, your reasoning capacities are more akin to that of a clever little monkey. But that's nothing to be ashamed of. It must be nice to have such a simple mind. Can I punch a boss? She had it coming! One time she threatened Junie with fire!
Get a hold of yourself, Athena!
Get a hold of myself! Get a hold of myself! One time she tried to light me on fire! She one time took a PONCO and tried to slap me with the arm. Humans certainly are absurd. I said you were clever, didn't I? Poor thing. Tell me, with people like you in charge, how can I possibly trust the legal system?
So she distrusts not only lawyers and prosecutors, but the whole legal system. What in the world happened to this woman to make her so bitter?
Even if somebody important to me was killed, I would never wish to see their killer brought to trial, because I'd much rather kill them myself.
Yeah, the Blackwell coat of arms, basically. Just a shaking fist coupled alongside someone being shanked.
You can't be serious. That thing you're wearing around your neck. Oh, this?
Around Athena's neck. Does she mean widget?
Oh, I get it. Well, well, Her Royal Highness has returned at last to her castle.
Her royal what? Is she talking about Athena?
By the way, I heard the rumors. Our director is going to be the star witness in court tomorrow, right?
Director Cosmos? Yes, that's right.
You poor things, you'd better be careful. That old man is a big liar and a huge braggart. How much you want to bet that my little brother's gonna pop his top and he's gonna just jump over that bench and start hitting him with his shackles? You're just gonna start yelling, "Taste the chain, taste the chain." Well, if it does happen, I'll be at the ready with my camera phone. Get a nice photo for the Christmas card.
What?
He might seem like a bigwig, but the center has all kinds of problems. He has a lot of skeletons in his closet. But it's your problem, so why should I care?
What? That's it? No friendly tips? No good luck, guys? Just splendid.
I'll leave you to your woes. Come on, hunk of junk.
It's sad to me that she doesn't believe in our legal system anymore. Meanwhile Simon Keys. Hold my monkey. She must have had a very bad experience to make her feel that way. Are you alright, Athena? You seem very down.
I just can't believe she said all those things.
Wow, she's really upset. Has she been trying not to let it show all this time?
Well, I guess it's not all that surprising.
You hear about fabricated evidence and false indictments all over the news all the time.
You mean that whole dogging to the law nonsense? I'm so sick of hearing about that.
Well, all we can do is believe in what we're doing.
Yeah, you're right, boss. I agree.
Maybe it's time we went back to see Mr. Starbuck.
Good idea. We should tell him all about the boy and Miss Blackwell's statement.
Alright then, next stop, the detention center. Okay, let's get going. And then Simon,
can you believe it or not, I'm the nice sibling.
December 19th, detention center, visitor's room. My lawyers are here. It must be bad news. Hey, not necessarily. We found a new witness. A researcher saw the moment of the murder through the lounge window during her escape.
Really? So they're gonna let me go?
Unfortunately, it was dark and she couldn't identify the person.
Oh, don't tell me it's Aura! Oh God, I'm gonna go to jail!
I should have known. My stars never align just right, too.
But we got a lead too, Mr. Starbuck. The murderer had a lighter with an Earth emblem on it.
A lighter with an Earth emblem?
Oh! Did you remember something?
Yup, I sure did. Just a little bit, though. Anything at all would be a help. So please, tell us what you remembered. I thought I was unconscious the whole time. But now I remember I woke up for a few brief moments.
That's huge. Do you remember seeing anything?
A lighter. I saw the flame of a lighter floating in the darkness. Good. What else did you see? What was nearby? It was definitely the boarding lounge, so it must have been after Clay carried me there. In the light from the flame, I saw a dark shadow flickering. A dark shadow? Well, that must have been the third party we've been looking for. Thank you, Mr. Starbuck. You've been more help than you know.
If we can prove there was this third person at the scene and that they're the real killer, then you'll be cleared of all suspicion.
The key will be whether or not we can identify this third person in court tomorrow. At least we have something to go on now, and that's pretty big, and that's a pretty big plus. I should probably tidy the evidence up a bit before somebody mistakes me for a hoarder. Irrelevant evidence tidied up.
Now we have a glimmer of hope. I'm suddenly starving. Why don't we go back to the office and treat ourselves to a big celebration in advance?
For someone who's highly empathetic, you can be surprisingly unsympathetic. December 19th. Right? Anything? Agency.
So you found your strategy for tomorrow's trial, huh? Good for you, Daddy!
Well, it's one step forward anyways. Hopefully it'll give us a fighting chance in court. As long as we can find out who this third person is.
Now let's get something to eat. I'm starving. My vote is for Eldu's noodles. Oh, Apollo!
I'm Batman! What are you doing here? I didn't think the clinic was ready to release you yet. Mr. Wright, I had to get out of here. I had to get out of there. That weird, creepy director. He was getting aggressive. He was massaging my shoulders and whispering sweet nothings in my ear. I had to get out of there, Mr. Wright. My well-being was at stake. My wounds are fine, and I'm done lying around.
Apollo, you're supposed to be in bed. Leave the case to us. We'll take it from here.
Thanks, but that's not an option. Not for me. Apollo. When I became a lawyer, Clay was the first person I showed this badge to. He was so happy for me. It was like he just became a lawyer himself. You two were really great friends, weren't you? Yeah, but we were rivals too. We fought to see who would make their dream come true first. But now, Apollo? Your injuries. You shouldn't underestimate your injuries, Apollo, and I don't want you overdoing it. Meanwhile, Phoenix, oh, he's young. Meanwhile, Phoenix, just at the beginning of the investigation, oh, he's young. He'll bounce back quickly. I'm fine. I'm not in pain anymore. Besides, they just gave me an IV at the clinic. An IV isn't a cure-all, mummy man. Anyways, just tell me how the case is going. Have you guys made any progress?
A suspicious figure was spotted at the scene. We think they might be the real killer.
A suspicious figure, huh? Right.
I thought you'd be happier than that.
Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm happy. And I fully intend to see Clay's murder apprehended. Absolutely nothing will get in the way of that.
Clay was your best friend, right, Apollo? You actually had a friend?
That's right, best friends since junior high.
Sounds like me and Junie. So what was Clay like?
Well, he was full of compassion and energy, and he had a really loud voice.
If the two of you did voice train together now, I bet you break a few windows.
You know, I bet you're right. It seems like only yesterday, Clay was a guy who lived for his dreams. We used to talk about it a lot. He was going to be an astronaut and me a lawyer. We talked well into the night, and even then, we never grew tired of it. Clay never questioned me when I would cry for hours on end about Trucy abusing me.
Apollo, about that jacket.
Oh, it's Clay's.
I knew it.
It's a special jacket that was only issued to members of the Hat Project. He was finally able to get one of his own once he was selected for the Hat 2 mission. He always looked so proud wearing it. But just when his dream was finally coming true, I still can't believe it. Damn it, it's unfair! Why is it that everyone I associate with ends up going downhill? Am I cursed? Mr. Blackwell was right. I really am cursed. Apollo, I hope you don't try to carry the burden all alone. I guess we're both unlucky. We were both unlucky. My own debut was a disaster. I guess you're right on some level. That trial a year and a half ago wasn't exactly the smoothest of starts. You're telling me, Mr. Wright, you're telling me? You're telling me with your Machiavellian playing card? That was a rough time for me, but Clay refused to let me quit. When I told him that I was forced to defend Walkie with only Alto's rules as my pay, he told me to hang in there. And that's why I'm still here with you people. You're fine, he said. Don't give up. It was right during his screening exam too. But then when I started telling him about Walkie and how he started off his cross-examination with that quacker was whack, I could see him cringe. I couldn't see it through the phone, but I could hear it in his voice. I couldn't have become a full-fledged lawyer without him. That you're fine of his is why I'm still standing here today. You're fine, huh? You're fine and I'm fine were like your catchphrases, weren't they? Haha, something like that. Sure brings back memories. When we were in junior high, Clay's mom passed away in an accident. But he wouldn't show his sadness to anyone. One night, I found him crying all alone in the school courtyard. Mom! Mom! Get away, Apollo! Don't come over here! Clay, listen to me! I don't have a mother either! That's right, Clay! Anything that you're suffering with, I suffer with worse! Yeah, really, just Apollo, just managing to one-up everyone with basically his sad stories. Clay, at least your life isn't built. At least all of the plot details of your life are established just to make you suffer. Huh? Did I ever tell you about my foster brother, Clay? He's known as the biggest douche in the Eastern Hemisphere. I always think everyone else has a mom. Why am I the only one? But you know, when I start feeling that way, I yell at the top of my lungs, I holler, I'm fine! And then you know what? I start to feel like maybe I really will be fine. Then you know, now that I think about it, I can't but imagine just Apollo's I'm fine as essentially being his version as Serenity Now from Seinfeld. Just Frank Costanza, Serenity Now! Serenity Now! I'm fine! I'm fine! And then one day, Apollo's just gonna have an absolute breakdown. He's gonna have a meltdown. He's gonna go psycho on everyone. Apollo Justice is fine! Okay, Clay, now it's your turn. Okay. Clay Duran is fine. There you go. Now we're both fine. We're fine. We're fine. What are you laughing about? See? We're fine. You laugh first. I'm fine. You're fine. We're both fine. And then meanwhile, Apollo, secretly in the back of his mind, he's like, yeah! I'm not the saddest person here! Thanks, Apollo. When you say it out loud, it really starts to feel real. And as long as you don't give up, you can keep on fighting. That's what we believed. As long as you don't give up. Wasn't there someone else who said something similar? If I give in to my fear, I'll never find the truth. As long as I don't give up, I can keep up the fight. Clay called Mr. Starbuck his mentor and looked up to him. I wonder if I can be a good role model for my staff like Mr. Starbuck. Let me answer that question for you now, Mr. Wright. That ship has long since sailed. Ever since your whole, oh, I'm going to be mysterious. I'm not going to include Apollo in anything. I'm just going to use Apollo as my makeshift babysitter as I emotionally blackmail him into working in my talent agency. All in an attempt to take Kristoff down. Sorry, Mr. Wright, but I'll be taking a leave of absence.
What? Wait, what do you mean by a leave?
You're really serious? Can you at least give me a reason why? Mr. Wright, look at what has happened to me! My best friend, my only friend, was brutally murdered. And then when I'm at his trial, a bombing incident occurs. I get injured in the process. And then in Juniper's trial, right after that, I get bludgeoned by some weird text-to-speech maniac bomber. Yeah, really, the fact that Phoenix has to actually ask a reason why Apollo wants to take time off, that just goes to show just where Apollo's place is in the agency. Where basically, first Apollo is being absolutely disrespected. He's not allowed to go to the aquarium. He's stuck as the office babysitter. And his only task during that case was to be Phoenix's drug mule. And then basically... And now this, and not to mention the fact that just during Apollo's first year in the agency, basically, he didn't get nice teacher Phoenix like Athena's getting. He basically was pretty much on his own as Phoenix was doing his own thing, and basically all he had was basically just babysit Trucy and all other kinds of miscellaneous tasks. When I put Clay's jacket on, I swore to him that I would catch his killer myself. But that's Uncle too! I agree with Athena. We should work together to find the truth. Nice try, Mr. Wright, but I am not gonna run the risk of Clay being just another pawn in your sick game of 3D chess! How do I know that basically by the end of this trial, it's not gonna result that, oh, we're using the time travel Maison system machine, and then before you know it, we have an entire stacked jury! The truth, that's a noble cause. But what if the truth you seek and the truth I seek turn out to be different? I'm not sure I follow. What are you saying, Apollo? I'm gonna catch the person responsible for taking my friend's life in my own way. Take good care of Mr. Starbuck for me. Now I must be going. Goodbye. I'll see you all in therapy. But Apollo, I'm your therapist. I'm not getting my help from you, Athena. All you do is slap me in the back of my head and say I need a soul tablet.
Goodbye? Did you just say goodbye? He dared to walk out on me? Polly, you're coming back here.
And then basically, Trucy just marches down the hallway and drags Apollo back, kicking and screaming.
I sense a lot of seething anger and hatred coming from him, and also suspicion. He's not walking out on us like this. I'm gonna go talk some sense to him. I'm gonna drag his ass back here.
Hold on, Athena. Apollo can believe what he wants, but I believe he's wrong. Even if we take different paths, the truth we arrive at should be the same. I think the quicker we solve this case, the better it'll be for Apollo.
Yeah, you're right.
Boss. Alright, that's enough for one day. Make sure you're ready for tomorrow's trial. Okay? If he were here right now, Apollo would say, I'm fine. Everything is fine. I just hope things really do turn out fine tomorrow. No, Apollo was there, Phoenix, and his phrase was, I'm out of here! Find another toilet scrubber slave! To be continued. Okay, no, we're not going to save our current progress. Yes, we're going to continue the next chapter. December 20th, 10:15 a.m., District Courtroom, number 5. Yeah, you know things are getting serious when we have to move one courtroom to the left or to the right. I suppose we should reconvene the trial of Solomon Starbuck or something. Well, we'll answer that in the next episode, because I think now would be a good time to end things off. Anyways, I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever that you want. And I'll see you next time. Bye.